Why don't we do a take two?
Wait a minute, let's start again. Hello.
Hi, this is Ron Vodry.
This is Alex Nussbaum.
This is Jason Fraser.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Hey, this is Ray Zwicker.
All right, world. My name is Cal Post.
Guys, this is Christina Walkinshaw.
This is Eddie Delaseppe.
This is Adrian Spencer.
My name is Timo.
And you're listening to the Julian Dion
You're listening to the Julian Dion Comedy Hour podcast.
Who am I talking to? What am I doing?
Julian Dion Comedy Hour.
You're listening to the...
Comedy Hour. See, I took the word out comedy. Changes the meaning completely, doesn't it?
Days and not really, I'm overworking, but days in the holidays. Happy holidays. You're listening to the Julian Dion Comedy Hour podcast.
And aren't we all?
Now broadcasting live and totally uncensored, from Lemon Press Studio in the beautiful Gatineau Hills.
Project. I was like half asleep on the couch and now I'm projecting.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Potenza.
This is Gay Trevor Wilson.
This is Jean Paul, a.k.a. the Island Hipster, hashtag hipster business.
This is Steph Tola.
Hey, this is Jake Goldsby.
This is Sky Wallace.
Hey everybody, this is Erica Sigurdsson, aka Ricky Siggs.
Okay, hello. Hi.
This is Howard Wagman.
Hey, this is Peter Anthony, the PA system.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Some people that's my rap name.
This is Jen Grant and you're listening to the Julian Dion Comedy Hour podcast.
Show. You and me belong, just like the flowers, laughing all day long. People, I need you loose. Sing a little song, then take a shower. Julian Dion. It's a show. It's not an hour, it's a show. It's okay.
Such a beautiful waste of time. A waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. A waste of time.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, go after it.
I went to school, yeah, I learned a lot. Got a degree in what I'm not. You spend your life looking for what you already got. It's such a beautiful.
Oh my god, his butt's in my face.
Welcome to the Buttface Julian Dion Show with Buttface Jen Grant.
Aww.
A beautiful
Don't call me Buttface Jen Grant.
A waste of time.
What's going on? What's going on, buds? Welcome to the show on a Friday. That's right, Friday, coming at you. Episode number 389 of the Julian Dion Show with Jennifer Grantington. Jen Grant for short. Here we are, broadcasting to you from Lemon Press Studio.
What's wrong?
It's just Dougie was like staring into my soul as I was screaming. Broadcasting to you from Lemon Press Studios in the beautiful Gatineau Hills. Hi. Wakefield, Quebec.
Oh my god.
Canada. Specific Sigida. Specifica. Could you turn down the brightness on your screen, my love?
What's Nunky knocking off?
He's just knocking off pens and stuff from the desk. As cats do. Aww. Here he comes. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to the Pet Podcast.
Welcome to the Petcast. We're here. Good morning. As you know, A unique property of this podcast. Yes, we're available on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify. But we do record live. We tape it live Mondays through Fridays at 7 a.m. So if you're listening to this in the replay, you can join us and interact. Jen is on comments, as she is every day. To my left, to your right.
Or toujours.
Thank you. And Jen, I love you.
I love you too. Well, maybe you should wash it?
Wash what? Wash what? What do you mean?
Well, maybe you should wash it?
That's so mad. What would that sound like if I washed it? Why does this bring me so much joy? Why so mad though? It's fun.
It's not.
This is bringing us to the next level of a show of professionalism.
Ugh.
You don't like it?
No.
That's going in there. No. Why not? It's fun. Have fun. Be light. Be a comic. Why all of a sudden the serious... Excuse me.
Here's what's happening is that I'm actually going to quit the show if you keep doing this because I don't want to talk. Now I'm afraid you're going to sample me. Well, maybe you should wash it? Can you stop? Seriously? It's really annoying.
You can't quit the show, first of all. You're in a lifelong contract.
Says who?
Says the universe. I don't know. But come on. It's fun.
No.
I'd like to thank Ken for creating a monster with this new soundboard, and I can't get enough of it. You'll be fine. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. Okay. But could you not be so mad? It's just fun. As if I can't picture if you did this, if I would be that mad. Like, are you putting on an act? Is it like you're hamming it up for the air?
Move on.
Come on. It's really not a big... overly sensy. It's funny.
Okay.
For the show. Sacrifice yourself for the show. I also added a couple other ones in there. There's... Do you want to hear them? They're not you. Hello?
Do what you're going to do.
I'm looking for it. Oh, here. There's this one.
What's that?
That's for Matt Murdock. He sent me these to put in. And then there's...
What's that?
Put your tongue out.
Oh my God.
And there's You Ready?
Okay.
And there's Go Ahead.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so once again, thanks to Ken for this. I apologize to Jen. This is just part of our lives now.
I love the soundboard. I just don't want my voice on there.
It's fun. Come on. Be a sport.
No.
You're such a nincompoop.
It would be one thing if there's like one, okay? But like there's too many and then it's my own voice coming back at me. You wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't be this upset. Like you're upset. It's weird. It's like
you're weird.
Either you're putting it on for the show, which is fine. I accept that. Or there's some serious underlying issues that would need to be addressed. By the way, I will put mine in there. I'll put some of my drops in there. I've been speaking so eloquently and perfectly that there's nothing so far. What's in your hair?
I don't know.
No, in the back.
It's a clip.
Oh, it's a clip. I like it. It's cute. By the way, all night, did you know what I think?
Yeah, but you didn't act like it was cute. It was like a spider was in my hair.
No.
This is what you did. What's in your hair?
You're feisty this morning. You're feisty and Groucho Marx.
Well, anyway, I plead my...
Oh, get over it.
Oh, you get over it.
It's a soundboard for the show. It's not that big of a deal. This big, drawn-out thing. Pleading a case? Come on. I was going to do it, but I'm scared. Now I'm scared to use my own soundboard.
Good.
All night, you know what I thought of all night? Tossing and turning this image. I don't know why. Literally from 9 p.m. last night to 5:30 this morning.
What?
Over and over in my head. The other day.
Sorry.
What?
I just read the very beginning of Matt's outfit of the day.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Sorry, it just made me laugh out loud.
How can you be mad at the soundboard, but yet comments you just jump in, laugh anytime, change the subject? That's harder on the show. I'm making no sense. I'm sorry. Well, time now for Matt Murdoch's OOTD criticism of the day, or critique, or description. Well, I got to find a good name for the segment.
Review?
Oh, yeah. Time now for Matt Murdoch's OOTD review. Well, that's a good one.
Outfit.
Of my outfit. Time now for Matt Murdoch's OOTD review. Well, OOTD, that's outfit of the day.
Yeah.
So outfit of the day review of my outfit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or review. A review of me.
Time now for review of me.
No. The whole thing, and then at the end, review of...
Time now for the whole thing, and then at the end, review of me.
Oh, forget it. You're such a brat. Okay, so this is what Matt says. TGIF squad. Okay. Julian's gray tights. That's what made me laugh.
Gray tights.
Julian's gray tights are on brand today.
Oh, my God.
Love the shout out to Julia Roberts for the Eat, Pray, Love t-shirt.
Oh my God!
What does it say?
It's a Deep Cove, Ahoy Deep Cove shirt that I got from my sister.
He kills me.
The Eat-Pray Love shirt.
Can I just say that?
Okay, now
I'm
read
really
it.
glad that Matt does not do my outfit. Like, I'm scared.
No, I'll know,
so
because
scared.
you dress perfect and fine and normal, and I would not
Thank
accept
you.
you being made fun of this show if
Now,
it wasn't.
why isn't that a soundbite right there? You're perfect. I don't mind that one, okay? Pick one, and then we can rock that. But it can't be...
Okay, well, so can you read it again in one paragraph?
Yes.
Without the choppy?
So Matt Murdoch says, TGIF squad, Julian's gray tights are on brand today. Love the shout out to Julia Roberts for the Eat, Pray, Love t-shirt.
And this has been Matt Murdoch's OOTD review. I'll figure out a name for it. Anyway, the Julia Roberts shout out. All night I thought of this image in my head bouncing around. The other day, 2 days ago, maybe, Jen made some soft-boiled eggs, as she often does. And this is how the age bracket I'm in now. I have soft-boiled eggs during the week, and on weekends, I'll allow myself fried eggs. I'm 87 years old.
I know.
But anyway,
I allow myself on Fridays what? Fried eggs?
Yes, Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays fried eggs
So instead
during
of
the week.
fry-yay, it should be called fry eggs. Happy fry eggs. Oh my God, that is a new thing. Happy fry eggs.
All right. Well, so you, Jen Grant, undercooked an egg, one of the soft-boiled ones. Remember?
Yeah.
It was like undercooked, like the white was a little undercooked. So she took the fried egg, or the boiled egg, took the shell out, removed the shell carefully, but it was a little kind of gelatinous still. And so she put it in the frying pan whole and just slightly mushed it a little bit. So it was kind of oval. It was still like an intact. So it
Do you
looked.
want me to make you another one like that?
No, I can't get the image out of my head. Not in a positive way. I just like this egg all night. I don't know why. I would see this egg in my mind's eye. Just like picture a soft-boiled egg, slightly mush, just a little bit that creates a couple little cracks in it. And with browned butter on the outside, like it was brown. It looked like a fried egg, but the shape of a hard-boiled egg, just slightly with the lightest mush in it. All night. It looked good. You ate it. I didn't eat it. Was it good?
Well, yeah.
I couldn't stop.
It's the same.
I know, but I could not get this image of this fried boiled egg out of my head for some reason all night.
That is weird, eh? When stuff sticks in your head.
It's kind of like that time, and this I couldn't shake for like 3 weeks. My parents do not like to waste food.
Oh, I know this story.
They don't waste anything. They'll eat food in the fridge after it's been there for a week.
Which I respect.
Yeah, absolutely. But this one time, my mom was making a recipe that needed egg whites for it. So she was left with all these yolks. Just yolks. That's it. Nothing but yolks. So instead of wasting them, she just scrambled up yolks and put them in the frying pan and ate them. But it came out like a texture like sand, almost like... Because if you scramble eggs, the white in there makes it this particular texture where you get regular scrambled eggs. But if you just take the yolk, picture a hard-boiled egg, just the yolk in the middle, how it like just falls apart. It's like kind of really dry and stuff. Picture a full frying pan of that.
No. Yuck.
And just putting like the yolks on the heat and then mixing it like in the pan, it was all kind of dry and breaking apart, and then they ate it. And I couldn't shake that image for like 3 weeks. Remember? It haunted me.
Yeah.
Well, now this boiled egg, fried egg thing is haunted me all night.
You know what's weird about haunting? I think it looked really good, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did, but I just... you don't want to think about it all night.
No, it's just weird that it's stuck in your head. Yeah, no matter how good of an image it is, you don't want to be obsessed with it. Wendy said that's a lot of effort just to get the soft-boiled egg out of the shell, showing your love for your man. Aww. I know, he acted... We had somebody staying here. And
so we're so vague.
I know.
We had somebody staying here. We can't give any details.
It's COVID. I'm always paranoid.
Yeah, but there's someone in our bubble that's vaccinated. We're all vaccinated, and it's a family member.
One vaccination. We're not double vaccinated.
Oh, but saying a family member stayed here for a few days is
at a safe distance. We have a
yes, of course.
Yeah,
they were downstairs. But
anyway, Julian.
It's better than saying just randomly we had a person stay here.
He acted all surprised when I would make him breakfast, as if I didn't do that like every morning. He was like, "Oh, what a nice surprise!" I'm like, I do this every morning.
Well, you make me sound like I'm very old-fashioned.
No, it's just a routine we've gotten into. I cook and you do other stuff.
I cook and I sit there and I read my paper. You wash the dishes.
Okay. So that's the one you're picking?
No, I'm not only picking one, because this one's pretty good too.
Well, maybe you should wash it?
It's so creepy because it's so crisp in my head. It sounds like you just said it right now. Mm-hmm. Wow. What am I on? Mushrooms? All right. What do we got today? Well, we've got a bunch of topics, a lot to get through. Let me see what lands, what sticks. Trump. Did you see this? A Trump man busted for serial pooping spree.
A what man?
He was dubbed himself Trump man.
No.
Let me pull it up. I'm glad you asked. Yes, Trump man busted for serial pooping spree. It's kind of funny. How old would you think someone who's pooping in public places to make a point would be?
Well, I can't even imagine. I guess 2 years old?
A 70-year-old Ohio man who told cops he was, quote, a Trump man, confessed to repeatedly urinating and defecating in front of his neighbor's home because the residents are Democrats and supporters of Joe Biden. Imagine like the feeling of being like, I'm going to show them. I'm going to shit on their front step.
Yeah.
Like that. And nobody knows. You just do this bit for yourself. Like you go through the trouble and really think of the mechanics. When you start to poop, you pee a little. Like you have to. I've tried to. I have pooped in the woods, for example, and you almost have to take your full pants off completely.
Oh my God.
Or you have to really lean back.
You've done that before?
Yes.
Oh.
You have to like hold yourself on two trees and really lean back.
2 trees. How do you find 2 trees that are in
the
right,
woods?
In the right vicinity, like
all around you in the woods. It's a
close
funny
enough?
concept. Yes.
A funny concept. Okay, thanks.
And
I don't think there's always 2 trees that are right next to each other perfectly.
No, but think about this grown man. He's 70 years old. He probably hasn't pooped in anything but a toilet for years. And then he decides he's so mad at his neighbors. This is how divided the world is now. He's so mad at his neighbors for having opposing political views. He's like, I'm going to shit on their step. And then, like, you're out of practice unless you've been doing it. I would love to have seen like a Ring video doorbell footage of him doing it the first time. Like, oh, for crying out loud, I've gone and I'm pished all over my pants.
Well, maybe you should wash it.
Come on, don't be so mad.
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know. I think you'd understand if it was you.
Absolutely not. For the greater good of the show, I'd say go for it. Why don't you have a soundboard? Oh, we'd have to connect you to the mixer.
Mark T says, Julian, you need to squat.
Yeah, you need to squat, but you can poop fine, no problem squatting. But what happens is because you can't poop without peeing, really. And so this is the show. And so when you're pooping, you've got that figured out. You're like, good, perfect. But then it comes as a surprise. You start to pee. Where does it go? It goes right in your undies. I've done it. I've done it before. Because you don't factor that in. You think it's just all going to go to the same place. Because you've got the squatting down pat.
I feel like robotic right now because I'm trying to keep my arm up so that Nuggy has somewhere to put his paw.
But you know what I mean? Like, because you're only thinking of the pooping. You're like, I got this. You pull your pants down, you squat, you lean back a little bit, and then it just catches you off guard. You start to pish, and it goes right in the seat of your pants. Those are the mechanics. Jerry Detrick, the accused serial pooper, was cited Sunday for littering after homeowner caught him in the act around 3:15 a.m. They caught him.
Oh my God.
Investigators say that Matthew Gayette called 911 after spotting a man squatting down and relieving himself near a privet hedge outside the home. His neighbor, who's 59, shares with his husband upon they're a gay couple. That would probably factor it into
what?
The neighbor, the 70-year-old man, was probably mad at that too.
Oh, right. Mark T says pee first, then squat and poop.
Yeah,
This is
but
a how-to.
there's always a little bit of pee that comes out, even if you pee before. No?
I don't know.
Or am I just leaky? Upon being confronted by Guyette, the suspect got up and walked away from the property without wiping. Based on a description provided by Guyette, police subsequently identified his neighbor, Derek, a retired high school teacher. Oh my God, this keeps getting better. And a suspect in the pre-dawn pooping. That's too funny. During questioning, he reportedly admitting to urinating and also copped up to previously defecating in the victim's property multiple times.
Ew.
I love that he got busted doing it. And he just, no wipe, just got up and... Like, there's so many mechanics involved. Like, imagine it's 3:50. You wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, gotta shit. Well, let me go to my neighbor's house and do it. And then you get busted in the act, so you just pull your pants up. and then you're without wiping, then you get back home, you've got to clean yourself. You're like, damn, gays got me again. You're like taking your anyway.
So what ended up happening to him?
He passed on. No, I'm just kidding. He nothing. He was charged. Cops say.
Good.
Hmm?
That's good.
Yeah.
So Matt,
he was cited for littering. That's it.
No.
Yeah.
Littering.
Littering.
I don't call that littering. Matt says he could have been a good neighbor and bartender and pushed his stool out for him. No?
Anyway.
Michelle says, happy Friday, my guys. I'm going to say happy fry eggs. I'm going to try it out.
Fry eggs?
Yeah.
Did you see that there's a mysterious neurological syndrome affecting some New Brunswickers?
No.
It's been spreading. There's been...
Is this a joke?
What? No.
Oh, okay.
No, we're moving on from the pooping.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, actually.
It's this crazy brain disease that's affected, I think, 48 people so far, and it's spreading. It's so mysterious. They know nothing about it. I listened to a podcast from the Washington Post about it, an episode.
Yeah?
It was just like a 25-minute thing.
Your mom was telling me about
absolutely know nothing about it. They don't know what it is. They don't know if it's contagious, but yet it is spreading. It's something that attacks the brain. So far, they know that it's something that it could take up to 2 years before you see symptoms.
Oh, my God.
So when they're treating people, and some people have died. There's been, I think, 6 deaths. Don't quote me on the numbers, but I was just reading up on it a few days ago, and I thought I'd talk about it because it's in the news a lot. I think 48 cases and like a half a dozen deaths, or maybe a dozen deaths. And
it's nowhere else in the world, right?
Nowhere else. They don't know what's causing it. They don't know what it is. They don't know how people are getting it. All they know is that when patients show symptoms, they backtrack the last 2 years. Where have you been? Have you traveled internationally? Which bodies of water have you swam into? What's your diet been like? And symptoms range from insomnia, where people cannot sleep whatsoever, to the symptoms are like a drug commercial where you're like, are you serious? Insomnia to extreme fatigue, so both ends of the spectrum. One crazy symptom is that people think their family members were replaced by imposters.
Ah!
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Nausea, all over body pain, extreme headaches, foggy vision, blurry vision.
What area of New Brunswick is this?
I don't know, but they're treating them in Moncton. There's a specialist at the George Dumont Hospital.
What the heck?
Look it up. Look up mysterious neurological, and you can kind of skim through some of the facts because I don't actually have an article pulled up or anything. I'm just. But yeah, it's.
It came up right away. I just put mysterious and it's put mysterious neurological disease in New Brunswick.
And it's weird that it's nowhere else, and they actually have zero idea what it could be, and people are dying from it.
You know, your mom, and this is just like totally us, like shooting the shit kind of thing, talking about stuff. It's just. But she read something somewhere where they said maybe it's coming from the environment. That's the only thing they can imagine because it's so concentrated in one specific area. So she actually is, she's worried about eating too much seafood because what if it came from the water, like lobster or...
Well, they just don't know.
I know.
Conspiracy theories are popping up. I saw people that are convinced it's chemtrails.
Oh, gosh. It says here, New Brunswick is redoubling its efforts to find the cause of a baffling neurological disease that's killed 6 and infected 48 others, announcing Thursday that an expert committee will lead the ongoing investigation. I think it's been over a long period of time, but probably more now. Like it's probably now they're realizing, okay, we really need to do something about this.
How long of a period of
I
time?
remember reading it was like 20 years.
Oh, really?
But maybe there's more lately. It says that the, let's see here. All these diseases start pretty much the same way, he added, with a little bit of cognitive disorder, some strange muscle movements. And it's only over time that specialists can say this seems to be more than that. Symptoms for the disease include rapidly progressing dementia, muscle spasms, atrophy, memory loss, and hallucinations. 51% of the cases have involved women and 49% men, and the age range has been between 18 and 85. So obviously it doesn't matter how old you are.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy when something like that happens and nobody knows anything about it.
I know.
Even experts.
I think it's also such a slow, like if it was, yeah, it's so weird.
Does it say how long of those 48 cases?
I'm looking right now.
But it's so weird that it's just in New Brunswick.
I know.
Nowhere else.
It's a very, very... That's why I think your mom read that one article that said it could be from the environment.
Well, they just don't know. I mean, these people speculate and go, yeah, that makes sense to me, so that's what it is.
Right.
But people, like experts that study the brain, don't know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
people will come to their own conclusions, but...
Right. That's true.
I've thought you were replaced by an imposter years ago.
It's really funny.
No, wrong one. No more details on that? Is that pretty much it?
I'm looking. Yeah, I know your mom sent me an article, so I was going to try to find that article. But yeah, scary.
Any hoozle.
Let's get her on the phone. We'll interview her.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
When I find something, I will get back to you.
No, it's all right. Just
I am really interested, though, in that.
It's, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead.
Found the article, everyone. It says here, give me a second here. A first case date, okay, not 20 years. A first case dates back to 2015. 3 years later.
That's not a long time. That's not like 20 years.
No, but it's slow. Like a first case dates back to 2015. So now that's 6 years ago.
48 cases in 6 years.
That's not a ton. 3 years later in 2019, and 11 additional cases were discovered, with 24 more cases discovered in 2020. So it's escalating, and another 6 cases in 2021 so far. And this article was from March. So I guess that they're noticing it's happening faster, right? So, or I mean, more people are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, says here, we're all collaborating with different national groups and experts. No clear cause has been identified at this time.
Major deja vu right now.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Symptoms says it's possibly a new disease. So symptoms progress over 18 to 36 months, like you mentioned. I don't know. They're not. You'd think that they'd at least say like some possible causes that they're exploring, but I don't know. Michelle says it's probably from Parley Beach water. That's what she said. No.
Oh.
It's not a joke. It's probably from the Parley Beach water, she said. Ew.
Well, I mean, that's
an assumption,
yeah.
But still. No, Wendy says, didn't get your mug. Thank you for the segue. Didn't get your mug yet? No, we haven't gotten it yet.
No.
I'm so impressed Ken got his so fast.
I think it's slower if we order it for some reason.
Did you fix the graphic?
Fix the graphic? Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
But we can just say, go to shop.lemonpress.ca. We'll do it today, too. And then I'll have to fix it. Whoops.
Michelle said it was a joke, but it could be true. Wendy said your conversation with Don Kelly yesterday was so good. I found myself reflecting on it all day. Wasn't it great?
Yeah, it was great.
Such a smart, nice person. Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I did too. For sure.
It's hard to, it was a tough, because I knew we'd talk about the mass grave and stuff, but I didn't want to just talk about that because he's a friend and he's a funny comic and he's got a lot to say about everything. So, and we haven't chatted in a while, so I didn't want to just come on and jump right in. So it was a really tough transition to go from like,
definitely.
Tell us about your comedy writing process during the pandemic, Don, and also about the 215 children found in a mass grave in Kamloops.
I know.
It was like, so I was like talking to him and then I'm like, how do we transition to? I was getting more and more nervous as we're getting close to the topic, but
I'm glad you did, because I was thinking the whole time, how am I going to bring it up?
Mm-hmm.
And, you also don't, it's hard with issues like that because you don't want to be a downer. Like, you want to talk about
he
it.
Was
you
perfect.
Know that it's really
he perfectly,
important. But
so eloquently and sophisticated, in a sophisticated way, talked about it.
Yeah, agreed.
It didn't turn to super. I mean, it's inherently an incredibly the most heavy topic you could talk about.
Yeah.
The death of children, but he did it in a way that was matter of fact and that highlighted the horrific nature of it, but also just like talked about it in a very just a matter of fact kind of way. And
yeah, he's got his shit together, that guy. Because even when I asked him about how do you not get angry as a culture, because I think that would be my like when people are like, well, like you shouldn't riot in the streets over your cause. It's like, well, that's easy for you to say because you're not part of that group that's being oppressed. Like, imagine how maddening it would be to be treated the way that, marginalized and discriminated groups are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's easy to say when you are a white privileged person.
I want the manager!
Come on, that was a perfect drop.
That's why I did this.
What?
This?
What is that?
You've never seen anyone do this?
What does it mean, though?
Bang on.
Do you have any cocaine? Oh. A California man got sentenced to 6 months in prison for grabbing a Southwest flight attendant's buttocks. Buttock.
He got what did he get?
6 months in jail. Isn't that crazy? For grabbing a flight attendant's ass.
I mean, I'm happy to hear that, but 6 months in jail seems like really harsh, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like something needs to happen, but that just seems like.
Imagine your cellmate's like, what are you in for? Well, I had too many gin and tonics on a flight and totally thought this would get me the flight attendant's phone number. Because that's how they get into it. Like when this happens, when someone grabs someone's at, that ultimately he's thinking she'll probably get turned on by it. And
yeah, except you're making it sound way lighter than it is.
What do you mean? No, it's full on sexual harassment, assault.
Yeah.
Sexual assault.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying where he's coming from. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
He's thinking, I'm going to pick her up.
A pervert.
I'm going to grab her ass and maybe she'll be like, oh, stop. By the way, I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel by the airport.
You've got serious mental issues if you think that that's going to work.
But I guarantee that's what it is. What else could it be? Just I'm going to petrify this woman? Maybe.
It is weird. It's weird that like any guy thinks that by catcalling, and I mean, we all know that, but like when has that ever worked in history?
It reminds me of a David Cross bit. Remember that one where he was like, after he was in New York and this guy in the driving the garbage truck was like he's driving extra slow next to a woman walking and he was talking to her.
Truck.
He was like, hey there, pretty. Come on, pretty lady. Give me a smile, pretty girl. And he was like, I'm butchering the bit, but his whole thing is like he's just like in it for the numbers game. Like the guy's like, I'm going to try it 100 times, and 99 times they'll say no. But that 100th time, this woman will be walking down the street thinking, I've never been fucked in a pile of trash, but maybe today's the day.
Well, yeah, that's like a sales theory, right?
Numbers game.
Yeah. Wasn't there some guy who wrote a book about that? It was called I don't remember, but it was terrible. Like it was all about, I wish I could remember. It was about dating.
Oh, the game or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you see someone's insecurity, if it's so gross.
I've
Those
seen
pickup artists.
Yeah.
It's like if you see it's like strategies. Like what you do is if you see a group of girls, you see the hot one. That's the one you want. But you go up to the group of girls and you start chatting up the ugly one. And then eventually you turn to the hot. You ignore the hot one. You chat up the ugly one. Like, hey, how you doing? Having a good time with your friend. And then eventually you turn to the hot one, and she'll be so taken by your lack of shallow. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's gross. That was a big trend, like in the mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a TV show on Spike TV called like the VIP. I don't remember, something Keys to the VIP, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
So like if you see a girl with like some sort of something she could be insecure about, like if she has like a lazy eye or something, you go up to her and you compliment her on her lazy eye.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a leg shorter than the other. You go, hey, sweet short leg.
I knew somebody in the past who is like a total dirtbag and would try to he would try to pick up women doing stuff like that and then brag about it later. And like I remember he would tell this other guy, they were both comedians, and would tell this other guy how he did it. This is how you do it. This is how you pick up. And you would go to like, cause he would try to like paint the picture of go to the, like you're saying, go to the weak one, the one that would,
it's so dumb.
Disgusting though.
Yeah.
It's so pathetic.
It is pathetic.
It says more about the guy doing that than it does about anybody that they're trying to pick up.
Yeah.
POS. Do you know what that stands for?
Yeah, I'm looking for a piece of shit.
Oh my God. Why? That's the grossest sounding fart I've ever heard. That's better. The other one just sounds, ugh.
It sounds like...
I'm surprised you didn't use that the whole time you were talking about the guy, the 70-year-old who was pooping and peeing. You had them right there, but
I forgot.
you're that thing and everything.
Oh. Wake up at 3 a.m. I gotta shit. I'm going to the neighbor's house. All right.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sentenced to 6 months in a federal prison after he repeatedly touched a flight attendant's legs and grabbed her buttocks during a Southwest flight to Albuquerque, New Mexico, back in December 2019. He's 43. He also assaulted a second flight attendant who tried to intervene. This guy was like, I'm going to get all of their numbers. Second flight attendant intervenes. He's like, you the ugly one? Hey, what's up?
Oh, my God. So Mark T said a good point. That kind of sentence, the 6-month sentence for that, is usually a function of past offenses. That makes sense.
Right.
Like this guy is not 43 and just all of a sudden started grabbing asses. Let's just put it that way.
He admitted he's under the influence of alcohol, obviously, during the in-flight incident, but conceded that he was still in control of his actions. He agreed to plead guilty to misdemeanor simple assault and serve the 6 months under a deal in which prosecutors dropped the felony charge that would have required him to register as a sex offender. So there.
People really think it's no big deal. A lot of people think it's no big deal to do that. I remember also working for an organization, I will not say the name, but somebody was hired through that organization, did the same kind of thing, but even worse, to a server. And that server complained, and that person was not discharged from the company.
Right.
Like, and it's just, so often like, well, it was harmless. He was probably drunk. He was probably, you know, like, and so often women are blamed for looking too sexy, and well, like as if
Isn't
this 2021? Like, what's happening?
He forcefully grabbed her butt when he groped her for a third time after calling her pretty. See, he was like totally just picking her up.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna like this. Hey, pretty girl, come over here. When a male flight attendant stepped in to ask Johnson to keep his hands to himself, he forcefully gripped the second flight attendant by the arm. Oh, so it wasn't a woman that I just assumed.
Wow.
You know.
Well, you know what? It's also good too. Sometimes don't they do harsh sentences like that to make a point too?
He found, yes.
You know what I mean?
He found the so he's like, he groped her 3 times. On the third time, grabbed her butt firmly. Imagine, like, you really have to a full handful firmly.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? This guy is truly thinking he's gonna pick her up.
I
Like,
know.
the flight's over and she's gonna be like, I'm not supposed to do this, but here's my number.
I know.
I'm staying at the Hilton Airport Hilton Inn, room 328.
Ugh.
Like, that's for sure what's going on in this guy's brain.
Yeah.
And so I guess he responded in an angry manner by grabbing the male flight attendant's arm when the guy tried to intervene and said, "You need to be more humble and find a new career."
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
it was worse years ago, but it's still shockingly
Well, this was
happens.
2019. To remove his grip, he alerted the federal authorities.
Still happens a lot. And some guys are just so inappropriate and gross. Like, so inappropriate.
When
gross.
when the plane landed, the defendant he was greeted by law enforcement, and he was treated with anger and raised his voice in a profanity laced outburst. Imagine after all that, it lands and then the cops show up on the plane. You're like, you guys seriously gonna cock block me right now? Any hoozle.
Yikes.
Okay, plowing through. This was a crazy story. I read about a 13-year-old girl that pled guilty to murder.
Whoa.
After an Uber Eats driver died in a botched carjacking. This happened a few months back. A 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, their names have been redacted from the story because they're minor offenders. I guess they tried to carjack this Uber Eats driver.
Yeah.
With a this could not have gone more wrong. Think about how young you are at 13.
So young.
That's like a year older than your niece.
Yeah, I know.
Picture her deciding with a 15-year-old friend they're going to steal this Uber Eats driver's car. He was like parked somewhere and they showed up, tried to tase him. And
13?
And he fought them off. And in the process, the car took off and he was ejected from the car and he died.
Whoa.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they wanted to try to take his car.
Yeah. That's 13. What carjacking is.
13.
I know. I'm gonna pull up because this was just details about the case. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Uber Eats.
Did you ever drive before you got your driver's license?
Yeah, one time my sister had a few drinks and I drove from Shediac to Skiduk and I was, 14 or 15.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Had you already had an idea of how to do it?
Yeah, I drove around the property and stuff, but Uber Eats driver
I'm just
dies.
picturing you. You must have looked so young.
I did.
Like you must have looked 9 driving.
I did.
Did you have to put some phone books on the seat?
I looked so young when I worked at McDonald's at 15. Someone carded me. A guy was this asshole was like with his kids in the car, and he's like, "Yeah, there's no way you're old enough to work here."
Come on.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I am. He's like, I'm going to need to see some ID. I don't know why I showed it to him.
No, that didn't happen.
I swear to God. So I must have been 16 because I had a license. So, yeah. That's how young I looked.
Oh, my God.
A lot of people would say that.
Why
I'd get
does
drive through,
this
open the door,
customer-
they'd be like, no way.
How does this customer actually have the right, like, why does
Exactly. And I was like, yes, I do. Hold on. And I showed him my license. He's like, oh, my God, you look young. I'm showing my license in the drive-thru at McDonald's, and I'm the employee. I'm working to show this douchebag that I'm old enough
Oh my God.
to drive.
I got a job. I got a job at McDonald's when I was 14. I was so excited.
Is that legal?
Wait, just listen. So I got the job. I was really excited because it was going to be my first job. They're like, congratulations, you got the job. And then they called me back the next day. I was supposed to start later that day. And he said, sorry, we can't hire you. I didn't realize that you weren't 15 yet. I was devastated.
But you never did work there.
No, because by the time I was 15, I didn't think it was cool anymore.
Oh, my God.
And so I got a job.
A lot can change in 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so an Uber Eats driver dies after being tasered by teen girls in botched carjacking. 13-year-old girl may remain in jail until she turns 21 after pleading guilty to murder of Uber Eats driver following a botched carjacking that led to a fatal road crash in March. The teenage girl fronted a virtual She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder.
That was weird.
In the March 23rd death of Uber Eats Mohammed Anwar, 66 years old. I want the details of the thing. The court has heard that the younger assailant, along with her 15-year-old accomplice, savagely attacked the Pakistani immigrant on March 23rd at around 4:30 p.m. Imagine you're just sitting there as a 66-year-old grown man and these 13-year-old and 15-year-old start savagely attacking you. You'd be like, okay, get off me. Like, you would not take that seriously.
Yeah.
Picture Riley like jumping and attacking me. I'd be like, okay, enough. Get off of me.
That old man's strength would come out.
Yeah. They were attempting to steal the Honda Accord he used to make a living, according to the Metropolitan Police Department, when a loud crash rang out in the streets. Appalling footage of the mugging filmed by a witness has since gone viral. It shows at the moment Anwar frantically bellowed, "They're thieves. This is my car," as the offenders moved to invade the car and get rid of him. Following a commotion inside the vehicle, the suspect proceeded to taser Anwar, who then struggled to take control of the wheel. I guess they were driving at the time. One of the assailants later grabbed the steering wheel from the passenger side before the Accord veered off the road, crashed, and rolled over. That's just like a freak accident.
Wow.
So I guess he was parked there and they started attacking him, and then he like hit the gas and they were in the car with him, and they tased him and then pulled the wheel, turned to the side, and they flipped the car.
You know what goes where my mind goes? Well, many places, but you know one of the directions it goes in?
Where?
And I think this kind of often, I think you do too. If Uber Eats never was invented, that guy would be alive right now.
I know. Leaving the disoriented Anwar on the sidewalk with a severe head injury and broken bones, the video shows. One of the teens allegedly emerged from
Her
the
life
overturned...
is screwed.
One of the teens allegedly emerged from the overturned car as Anwar lay face down. The distressed female who sustained minor injuries was reportedly trying to locate her phone from the wreck. The driver was rushed to a local hospital where he succumbed. That's crazy.
That is insane.
The young assailants, whose identities have been withheld because they are minors, were arrested the same day of the fatal accident. It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That could not have gone worse.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to steal this car and go for a joyride. Next thing you know, the guy's dead on the road.
Mm-hmm. It's horrible.
That's insane. Wow.
Downer.
And the whole thing was caught. I guess there's a video, and we have the video right here for our video watchers, YouTube. Just kidding.
Oh, I was going to say.
Okay. Well, that got depressing.
I know.
Let's talk more about the serial pooper.
Yeah, some topics are too depressing to joke about. Like a couple jokes came in my mind, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to say them.
Go ahead.
No, because it's too sad. It's too sad of a story.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Daily Dose, I have to be like, no. Because in the news, there's so many.
Yeah. This is true. Hold on here. I'm just pulling up the... Did you see that... there's a tennis player who refused...
Yeah. Who is it?
Oh, jeez, you scared me.
Well, maybe you should wash it?
It
wasn't... How is that relevant?
Naomi Osaka, she refused to do a media interview after a match. And she was fine. I guess it's part of their contract to have to do post match interviews and stuff.
Right.
And she refused to on the basis of her mental health. She didn't want to for anxiety and other reasons. And so she was slapped with a $15,000 fine. Well, now Calm app, you know, the app for with meditation and stuff. Calm app matches the fine. They paid her fine, and they're matching. They're offering to pay other fines for players who declined to speak to the media. So there.
What do you think about that?
It's great.
Do you think it's good that she honored herself and said no?
I'm sure. I mean, what do you mean?
To respond to the media? Because some people have the opinion that that's your job. You have to do that. That's part of it.
But I just don't understand why the big deal. I don't know. Yeah. What's your thought on it? Tell me your thought. I feel like you're trying to get something out of me, and I don't know what it is.
Well, because I'm unsure. I'm on the fence about it. Well, because you did the clapping, because you seem like that was you were leaning toward the fact that she should have the right to say she doesn't want to be interviewed.
I guess.
It's hard to say because you'd think that all along, you'd think that when you're seeing athletes being interviewed, they want to do that to promote their own career.
Right.
But then there's that aspect of some people have extreme social anxiety and have a hard time doing that, and it's torture for them.
Yeah.
You know? So there's that aspect.
Well, I mean, if you're good at tennis, why do you have to be good at talking to the media?
True.
I mean, is it part of it? I mean,
True.
Sure it is at that level because it just comes with the territory, but you're really good at the sport, you excel, you become one of the best in the world, and then all of a sudden you have to talk to scrums of reporters.
Yeah, it's true.
Why can't you just be a good tennis player and you know?
Yeah.
I know they prep you for it, they give you courses and stuff, but
well, I heard on the radio this morning that this is what I was surprised. One of the things I was surprised about was that she apparently is the highest paid female athlete in the world. And I've never even heard of her.
Well, are you big into tennis?
In the world. Athlete in the world. Not tennis player.
Is she really?
Well, that's what I heard on the radio.
Google that. The highest female.
Even having said, even if it was just tennis, I'm surprised about that. Because I know Williams, that player. What's her name? Vanessa Williams? Or
Venus?
Huh?
Venus
Williams?
Or and her sister?
Mm-hmm.
Serena. Yeah, she is the highest paid female athlete ever. Whoa. Well, then do the interview.
Well, they say
my opinion changed right away.
There's actually
quit crying and do the interview.
There's a fine.
What the hell? I would do that.
There's she actually gets a fine for not doing the interview.
Yeah, $15,000.
Yeah, so for her, it's like, who cares? She makes $50 million a year.
Yeah, who cares? Pay the fine. And that's like when comics will do a comedy festival and stay at a hotel and right away they pay the $200 cleaning fine to smoke in their room.
So gross.
Just pay the $15. Well, that's not the point. The point is you just pay it and
I know it's not the point, but I can still say how I feel.
Who cares? Why is this a news story? Just pay the $15,000. So the Calm app is actually not paying her fine. They're just matching her fine and donating it to a fund for other athletes that want to opt out from the mandatory things. Yeah.
Crazy. She's the highest paid. Wow. Interesting.
Then just don't do it and pay the fine. Why is it news? Why do people care? Just pay the $15,000 because it's part of your contract. You signed somewhere that said if you don't do these things, you could be subject to fines. So you know it. So just pay the fine and let's not talk about it. I'm moving on because I
wonder if because she doesn't do that many, that's why she's not that well known.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, but
Naomi,
you don't know athletes from their
Naomi
interviews. You know them
Osaka.
from what they do on the court.
Yeah, I know, but how do we not know? Highest paid female athlete
We don't
ever.
watch tennis. It's very easy.
Yeah,
to
I
not
know, but highest paid female athlete ever,
yeah.
and I don't know her. I don't know. It's weird.
Do you know the highest paid male athlete ever? Who is that? LeBron
Tiger
James?
Woods?
No, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying. I know. Maybe it's because female sports are not as common or well known.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
No way. Soccer?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I should have guessed that.
Dak Prescott? LeBron James? Roger Federer? Tom Brady? Kevin Durant? These are just some of the highest paid athletes. Anyway. Moving on. That'll be the moving on noise. How about that?
Okay.
Next topic. It's kind of like we're fast forwarding to, you know what I mean? Next topic. And we're back. Okay. Well, we're plowing through here. Celine Dion this is a stupid. The next two topics we'll just gloss over. There's a new unofficial biopic for Celine Dion where they're using her songs and everything, but they changed her name to Aline Dieu. Aline Dieu.
Who?
Celine Dion to Aline Dieu. Aline God. I don't know. I don't know. Why am I talking about this? I could give two shits. And remember Tom Cruise's rant, COVID rant on set of Mission Impossible 7? Yeah. Well, it wasn't enough. Several people have tested positive.
Whoa.
And their production has been shut down for 2 weeks. That's it.
Wow. And now he's due for another rant.
Yeah. We played the rant back in December. What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
What are these voice notes? Are you trying to get me to say something?
No.
What are these voice notes that you're doing, though?
I'm not.
What is it?
Nice try.
What is it? I'm going to press play. I can tell you're really mad because you really pinched hard.
Give it to me.
What is it, though?
Give it to me.
Why aren't you sharing?
Because you can't have everything. Michelle said, Baby Jules was the cutest when you were 13. I'm just changing subjects.
No, what is on that thing?
Nothing.
What were you recording? I could hear.
Nothing.
Blink,
Nothing.
All right. Can you just... Will you tell
Wendy
me after?
said, I don't know if you noticed, but I rolled my eyes at you.
Oh, when?
And she said, LOL, your eye roll reminds me of my daughter. LOL.
Oh, you rolled. I thought Wendy rolled her eyes at us. I'm like,
She probably rolled her eyes at you at home. Yeah.
Shut it!
What are you recording there? Are you... But because you have to know that even if you have sounds of me saying stuff, people won't hear it because it's got to go through the mixer. I could tell you're really mad because you really pinched hard. You're like, give it to me. Like you were a child there. It's funny.
Yeah.
Why are you having secrets on the podcast? I'm not crazy about this.
What about this?
Oh, you're impossible. Impossible.
Can you move a little bit to the right so people can see?
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast Headlines from Jen Grant.
Oh, yeah. Here's your daily dose for
Oh, yeah.
Friday, June 4th.
That might be a new one.
Well, maybe you should wash it. Even in my daily dose, you big jerk face, pick one. Pick one. I'm not even joking. I'm not.
Well, okay. Well, that's ridiculous if you're not joking.
Well, whatever. You can have your opinion.
Are you actually mad?
Yeah. I don't want that many samples. I don't like that.
You're getting more and more sensy with time.
Quebec is shortening the wait times for the second COVID-19 vaccine doses to 8 weeks. Did you know that?
No.
That is very exciting.
So I can get my second dose in 4 weeks from now, or 7 weeks.
I don't know. It's been 3 weeks for you now.
Yeah. So 5 weeks.
Oh my God. So that's great.
Yeah.
Quebec is shortening the wait times for the second dose of the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines from 16 to 8 weeks. That's a big deal.
When can we...
I think probably starting next week, we can look into it. This is really, really early news. It came out yesterday, but there's no timeline exactly.
I actually went on the website to try to squeeze it in just to see yesterday.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I went to just...
And what did it say?
There's no option. You have to call.
It says officials said that those who wish to move their second shot sooner on the Click Santé website will be able to cancel the original appointment for the second dose at the same time. As of Thursday, the province has reached its target of administering a first dose of the vaccine to 75% of adults. That's pretty exciting as of yesterday. So 75% of adults in Quebec have had their first shot.
And in New Brunswick, if 75% of people have had their first shot and 20% of 65 and older have had both doses, we'll be open on July 1st.
Is it looking good?
Yeah, they're at very close to the 75%. I think the next step is the 20% of 65 and older, but it's still, I mean, we're just June, so by July 1st should be good.
Very exciting. Yeah, so that's really good news. They say that a loss of, if you do get COVID, you do lose a sense of taste and smell. We've heard that. That's a common symptom, which is scary. But a new study suggests that how people react to bitter flavors generally may play a role in whether or not they contract the virus, and it will indicate how sick they would come from the virus. So
you okay over there?
I'm just trying to say it. They did a study of 1,900 patients. They said that super tasters are the ones that are overly sensitive to bitter flavors, are less likely to test positive to COVID. Those that are more bitter tolerable are significantly more likely to test positive. Isn't that weird?
Let's eat an onion right now on the air.
That's not bitter.
An onion's not bitter?
No.
What is it, sweet?
Some.
Sweet some.
Bitter would be more and I'm surprised that this is bitter, so maybe I'm not a super taster. I don't find broccoli bitter at all.
Then you will not get COVID.
No, it's the opposite.
No. Read it again.
Super tasters who are overly sensitive to bitter flavors are less likely to test positive for COVID and less likely to be sick. They say that bitter taste receptors, the T2RS, specifically T2R38, which is found in taste buds on your tongue, and they just determine how you perceive bitter foods. Crazy, that all that's happening on our tongue, like broccoli, cilantro, and kale. This T2R38, that specific taste receptor, when stimulated, it produces nitric oxide, and it helps to kill or prevent pathogens from replicating in the respiratory tract. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Which is the point of entry for viruses like COVID.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not. So kids who are super tasters or whatever it is. Yeah. Kids are super tasters. They don't seem to have as complicated issues with COVID. Like kids don't like broccoli and stuff like that because they're overly sensitive to bitter flavors. Jeez.
What?
Oh, are you really interested in this daily dose?
Yeah.
It is interesting. It's very
It
interesting.
is. I am. What do you mean?
You look at me and you go like this. You go like this. You're like trying to hold in a yawn while I'm explaining it to you.
That has nothing to do. That just means I'm ready for my second dose
I read a headline
of espresso. By the way,
I don't know loads of details on this, but the second vaccine dose apparently is very key against the Delta variant, which is the formerly known variant from India. So that's one of the reasons too that I think they're trying to speed this up. The second dose.
Let's get her into us.
Get her into us.
Let's get her India. Have you ever been to India? The Delta variant? Get her India. Second dose.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
The actor,
Thank you,
Simu Liu, says that the writer's room was overwhelmingly white on Kim's convenience. He wrote a post on Facebook this week detailing workplace culture during this. I was like, why? Like, how brave of him to talk about this while he's on the show. Like, that rarely happens. And then apparently this is the final season is launching on Netflix, so that makes sense. On Netflix Canada. He criticized the overwhelmingly white producers for discounting input from Asian cast members. They revealed the actors were paid an absolute horse poop rate. That's what they call it. And that showrunners were epically reclusive. We were a cast of Asian Canadians who had a plethora of lived experiences to draw from and offers it to the writers. In March, the acclaimed sitcom was abruptly canceled after 5 seasons despite having already been renewed for a 6th. The show announced that co-creators were moving on to other projects. Anyway, his Facebook post, season 5 of Kim's Convenience comes out on Netflix today, and I'm feeling a host of emotions right now.
Is it really an acclaimed show? Have people been watching it? There's nothing I would like to watch less than Kim's Convenience.
I haven't watched it, but I don't know. It is, of course, our last season, thanks to a decision by our producers not to continue the show after the departure of 2 showrunners. There's been a lot of talk and speculation about what happened, and I want to do my best to give accurate information, so I'll itemize my thoughts below. And he lists all of the show can't be, it's really, really long.
The shows get canceled all the time.
Yeah, but this guy obviously has something to say about it, and
yeah, but being like, thanks to the producers for, it's like, yeah, that's what producers do. They cancel shows.
Well, there must be more going on, is what I'm trying to say. And just because we don't watch it doesn't mean it's not a good show. People typically don't watch Canadian shows that much in Canada compared to American. It's frustrating. And it's like this endless circle that doesn't help itself.
Yeah.
Like, I happen to know of people that have pitched shows to Canadian networks. A lot of comedians have done that. Probably we should do it more. But they don't get picked up. So it's frustrating. You know, you see Schitt's Creek and it's like, well, yeah, but that was developed by already very famous. Like, it's like you have to go to the States and then come back and then maybe you'll get something done. But anyway, that's your daily dose for today.
Yeah. Maybe I should watch Kim's Convenience, but I can almost guarantee I won't like it. I don't know why.
Well, with that attitude going in.
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
All
coast.
the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
What is in that voice recorder?
Nothing.
Can I play it on air?
Mark T said big jerk face. He loved it. I said big jerk face. No, leave me alone.
What was that? Play it in the mic so people can be part of it. This, you remember, we're on a radio show.
I tried to get something earlier. It didn't work.
What was it?
We played the rant back in December.
We played the rant back in December. Oh, you just want one?
Just shut up and move on. Well, maybe you should wash it.
Sorry. What? Why so mad though?
Why so mad though?
You're too proud. You're too proud. Here's the thing. Don't forget that you are above and beyond. First and foremost. You are Jenny G on the upswing. You are a comedian. Don't you forget it. Come on, you've got to have thicker skin, Jen Grant. No, this is terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible.
Hard to sing.
I love Mark T.
Well, why don't you start the Mark T program with
He
Jen
said
Grant?
because he is extra annoying today. Thank you.
Well, he's mostly annoying, she's mostly annoying. Yeah, that's the show. That's what we do. We've been together for a long time.
Sandra just said, not all kids are super tasters. Good point, Sandra.
Thank you, Sandra, for the input on Super Tasters. I thought we moved on, but let's bring it back down to broccoli. Come on, Jenny.
I find that broccoli super tasty, so I might have some issues if I were to contract COVID. Well, maybe you should wash it?
I'm
actually going to take your brand new laptop and smash it against the wall.
This is how we talk in real life, so may as well record it for the world so people don't feel so alone. I love you, Jenny.
I wish I could say the same.
Oh, you can.
Well, maybe you should wash it?
Oh, sorry. I meant to say.
I love you, dude.
I'm so
finish the
sorry.
song on your own.
I apologize for being so obnoxious.
Some people have a stress ball.
I cannot help
just
it.
Rub my cat's paw.
Stronger than me. I'm a weak man.
You really suck sometimes.
I'm an annoying man.
You sure make me question my life.
I can't stand the
choices.
sound of my own voice.
You and me both.
This is not helping. Oh, you're done?
You're annoying. You are so annoying.
And you're mostly annoyed. The Jen Grant Show with Julian Dion.
I wish.
All right. I was a late bloomer. Come on, by the time I was 16, I looked like I was maybe 9, 10 on a good day. I was working the McDonald's drive-thru and got ID'd by some alpha male that refused to believe that I wasn't breaking any labor laws. Come on, by selling him a Big Mac combo with a medium Coke. Late bloomer, I was late to the party, puberty party. Come on.
Supersize that? I wish I could supersize me.
I was completely hairless until the age of 27, where I finally got some timber in my voice. I was a late bloomer. Come on, Jenny. Get your hands
Wonder
out.
what that guy was gonna do if he saw your ID and it said you were 8. Would he show up at an office in New Brunswick and say, "Excuse me, I need to report there's a guy who is working at the McDonald's in Shediac and he's 8 years old and he has to be at least 15."
Do you think, looking back now, his kids have a memory of their dad being a douchebag? Come on. They're like, remember when our dad ID'd that poor kid in the McDonald's drive-thru? What an asshole.
I hope he tipped you. So
There's
that
no
you
tipping
could
at
take
McDonald's.
some supplements to make yourself look bigger. Did you do that when you were a teenager? What made you look older? What made you look older?
Clearly you did not reapply to McDonald's when you were 15. Otherwise, you know you can't accept tips. They go towards the pizza party for the staff. No tips at McDonald's. Come on.
Did people pee in the pickle jar? Just let us know. Is that an urban myth or really something that happened?
If you're gonna pish in the pickle jar, here's a little tip to Will Lamos. Do it off camera, not on Zoom. Come on. Yeah, big finish. If you're gonna pish on camera,
now I want a Big Mac.
Jeez. Mic technique. Oh my god. Mic no, I want a Big Mac, but like in the mic, like. Jeez. Mic technique.
I'm dying.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oof. That was really funny to me.
It's funny that this long into show business, you still forget that microphones amplify our voice.
Stop.
And the fact that I'm wearing headphones doesn't give it away that my eardrums might bleed.
Okay, we did 2 songs. Do we really have to do 3? I think we're good.
Let's do a fourth.
No.
Oh, thanks for tuning into the show.
Mark T said that was really good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Sometimes they work out.
Sometimes they do, most times they don't. The Julian Dion Show with Jen Grant.
Now I really want McDonald's, and I hate that I want it. I don't eat it. I don't eat McDonald's, but I really like it. I love the taste. Sorry, I'm just telling the truth. They have mastered the taste of like junky food. I don't eat it though, so no letters.
Why would anyone care or write a letter? Do you know how many people eat at McDonald's all the time? Do you think that's really a...
That's insane if they do.
Drive by any McDonald's at any time. There's a lineup around
here in Wakefield, eh? People are not happy.
I know, but you're acting as if it's like a hot take, like a brave stance to be like, I could eat McDonald's right now. It's no letters. I don't think people care.
Really?
Yeah, people eat at McDonald's all the time.
When was the last time you ate it?
In the last year.
It's not even food.
I hadn't had it in a long time, like many years. I don't know years, but a long time. And over the last year, going to Montreal, back and forth a lot, I've caved. I've had Burger King, McDonald's,
what is
A&W,
wrong
Wendy's.
over there? Oh my god.
How do we have anybody still listening or watching this show?
How am I still here?
I don't know.
Some days you really push the limits.
But don't you want... This is how we talk in real life.
Not really. You're extra annoying on the show. You know how you think I'm like, oh, I'm so nice. You amp up annoyingness.
You've changed. You're not this nice... You're still overly sensitive, like getting mad at the soundboard over the top.
That's your perspective because you're not the one that's getting your own annoying voice back into your head.
Play it.
It's not a good clip.
Should we do
Mark T says regular people eat at McDonald's all the time.
All the time.
Not special people like us and your viewers.
That's right.
I don't know how anyone can just eat there all the
Our
time.
viewers are very, very special people. We appreciate each and every one of you. You mean so much to us. Our viewers are special, and couldn't do it. Couldn't do the show without you. We need you. We need you to share the show and tell a folks or two. We need you to like and smash that like button and subscribe and leave a review. Come on. We need the show. You're very, very special listeners. We appreciate you. I thought you'd jump in, no?
No, I'm done.
We're going for a record 4 songs.
No, we're not. We're good.
We're good.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thanks to
You guys
Jen.
are the best.
I love you, Jen.
I love you too.
Thanks to Matt Murdoch. Thanks to Michelle. Thanks to Mark T. Thanks to Wendy. Thanks to Sandra. Thanks to... Who do we miss today? That was commenting.
Wendy.
Thanks to
Michelle,
Wendy.
Matt, of course. Matt.
You were not listening.
Mark
I mentioned
T.
I said all of those names already.
Darren. From,
Authentic
and Sandra.
Ginger. Sandra, I said. Where did you go the last 30 seconds?
Just. F off.
Anyway, thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching live. Thanks for subscribing on your favorite podcast platforms. Please leave a review, as annoying as we are. As I am.
Oh
it makes a big difference.
No one thinks I'm annoying.
I do. I find your oversensitivity annoying.
Well, I don't care.
But that's the only thing. Otherwise, you're absolutely perfect.
What?
You're absolutely perfect. Go ahead, play it. You gotta be quick on the draw. Put it right on the mic.
I did.
No. No, you're on the side. No, it's...
What? Just tell me.
Put it like this. No, like that.
But you're absolutely perfect.
It comes up. Yeah, on the ear. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, you were right.
But you're absolutely perfect.
There.
Ugh.
You've got your own drop. You know, Ken could, if he could take drops himself, but then I have to play them. All right. Love you, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you Monday morning with Derek Sagan.
Oh, fun. We didn't even plug it.
I forgot. I'm doing it now. Derek Sagan will join us on Monday morning. We'll take Wednesday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. And we'll be back Thursday, Friday next week. Lots of fun stuff coming up. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. New Twitter account. We'll see you Monday, and until then, watch your head. I missed it. Hold on.
I just did it by myself.
Hold on. Shit. Okay. Damn it. All right. Sorry for being so annoying.
Oof.
I know.
Oof.
I don't know why.